Today I'm going to show you how to make a chrometype butterfly by using SVG files, not having to model anything really, all inside Blender. First of all, we're going to Google some free butterfly SVG files. I just wanted to make it very clear that while this tutorial is showing you how to make a butterfly specifically, you can actually use any sort of SVG file that you want. You can find like a gazillion vectors that you can use, and there's even a way for you to use Photoshop and Illustrator to turn other kinds of image into SVG files, but I'm not going to show that right now. I'm going to save this one by clicking Save Page As and then saving an SVG file. Now coming back into Blender, we're just going to delete everything here. Click on Edit and Preferences and make sure that you have the add-on SVG, Scalable Vector Graphics, SVG format enabled. Okay, now that you do have it, we're going to import an SVG file. Just pick the file and open it. Let's scale it up so we can see it better. Now let's go into the Data tab and you're going to click into Geometry, and then you're going to extrude this butterfly, okay? That is too much, I think. 0.1 is fine. And then you're going to do the same with the other things.
Nice.
Now select everything and click to join, Ctrl J to join everything. And making sure that you are in the object mode, just convert this to a mesh. Now we're gonna go into the modifiers tab and look for the remesh modifier. What happened? Oh my god. We're just going to use the voxel and make it as small as possible without making your computer explode, and also keeping enough detail. Do it gently so that your computer doesn't complain about you. Now just apply it and smooth it. It's okay if you leave some imperfections. We're going to smooth this out in the sculpt mode. So pick the smooth brush, make it giant, set the strength a little bit like that, and smooth it out. Cool, right?
Nice.
Now we're going to create the material for this butterfly. So click on the Material tab. I'm going to delete this SVG matte and create a new one. I'm gonna name it Chrome, but whatever. Make it completely white, then 100% metallic and 0% roughness. You can already see here in the viewport shading that it's metallic. Let's enable the scene lights and the scene world too, and hop into the shading tab. You are going to pick a sort of environment texture that's going to create a chrome look on your butterfly. This is the most fun part because you're going to unsplash and look for textures, and virtually you can use anything for this. Any image is going to leave a different look on that object, but I personally prefer to use holographic textures and metal textures. But seriously, just download whatever you want and experiment with it. It's so cool. After this, after you have your image, just go into shader type world and then add an environment texture and connect it to color. Now you're just going to open the image that you want. If you don't see anything changing, just come here again into the viewport shading, check the scene lights and the scene world. This already looks pretty cool. Now there are two ways that you can render this out. You can either create a background inside Blender, or you can export this as a transparent icon. So I'm going to show you both. First of all, let's try rendering this out as a transparent icon. You just have to come into the render tab and then going into film and click transparent. And there you go. Once you render this, it's not going to have a background by default. But if you want to actually have a background here that's not this image stretched out, you can of course just go into layout again and add a plane. And you can make this plane whatever color you want. I'm just going to make it pitch black. And that's it. Now to render this, of course, you have to add a camera, then use Ctrl-Alt-0 so that the camera will position to your viewport. Now I'm just going to change the perspective here a little bit. You can render this out. If you want, you can use cycles and just use whatever sort of rendering settings that you prefer. There you go. Thanks for watching. If you have any sort of question, leave it in the comments and I'm going to try to reply as soon as possible. I hope you liked it. If you did, please leave a like and
Subscribe.
bye bye. See ya.